guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the NDD Games YouTube channel. Unfortunately, we have some really bad news today. YCS Super Trek is cancelled, which is a shame, of course. It's massively. It was massively expected, to be fair, with how the current situation is in the Netherlands. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, we just got to take the positives from it. We should get an online replacement, like a online YCS, which would be the third one. But yeah, like, it is what it is. You know, we're just gonna keep working hard, grinding regionals, and just keep playing. I'm gonna show you guys my deck. I was gonna save it after the event or like a week before, perhaps. It isn't like super spicy. It's just quite standard, and it isn't really a secret that I've been playing a lot of Swordsoul. But yeah, this deck just recently won me a Ironman event on the Coliseum Discord, which was a $100 event. So this is my first placed Ironman event. Swordsoul deck profile. I think it's probably the best mid-range deck, if not like top 3 decks right now. Like top 3 decks in general, and the best mid-range deck. I think Protoss is the same. I don't think Protoss would get banned though, nor do I think Scythe will really get banned, thinking about it. My theory is that if you ban Protoss, right, and just leave Scythe, then like Phantom Knights and those decks become even better, and like vice versa. If they ban Scythe and leave Protoss, that means that Swordsoul is probably like one of the best deck, right? So depends on the pits to try Lurlusk. So I think the ban list is going to be really interesting, but I think this is probably the best or one of the best like standard decks you can play right now. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. So I'm playing 3 Impermanents and 3 Ash. This is the only hand trap lineup I'm playing. I was playing 1 Effect Veiler to search off the Xiaofeng, but it wasn't coming up as much as I thought in theory it would. After a lot of testing and like speaking to some of the guys I test with, that isn't really like the best thing to do, and leave a dead one of in your deck. That if you don't go into the Xiaofeng line of play, it could be an extra, like a third copy of a consistency card. So I thought I'd cut it, and it's been fine so far, because you can always search Ash off it if you don't have one, or you can search an Ecclesia for a follow-up. So speaking of Ecclesia, play 3 Ecclesia. This card's insane. Like, I never play less than 3. It's very important to play. Like, it's just a very important card. Like, I think this card is going to be even better like next year, with the Albaz stuff coming out as well. So pick up your copies if you haven't already. Swordsoul stuff isn't really like, you never change this. It's pretty standard, to be fair. Same with the tangy stuff, but I opt to play 3 Karuuda and the 1 Shathana. I'll get onto Shathana in a minute, but I think Vishuda's fine at 3. So I'm not playing 40 cards, I'm playing a little bit more. So I wanted like an extra name, and plus going second is just really good. We also play droplets, so if you open one of these or 2 of them, going second, you can always send it off a droplet as well. So yeah, this card's fine at 3. I always liked it because I didn't play that many hand traps. It's just an extra go second card. Play the 1 Adara because you play, the 2 Adara because you play Desires. To leave, like, it's important to leave 1 in circulation. So it doesn't matter if you banish the other one. Shathana is probably the better one to play with the Heavenly Dragon Circle. I was playing a lot of Vessel, and I think Vessel and this card is like, it's very format dependent. It's very like, what do you expect to see? If I expect a lot of Impermanence and Effect Veiler, I'll opt to play this card. And then if I see more board breakers or loads of mirror matches, I'll probably opt to play both, because your engine is so good in the mirror match, because you can just like break each other's boards, and then you play like tech cards and stuff. But yeah, I thought cutting Vessel and playing the Heavenly Dragon Circle was like fine, because it offers you more utility and consistency. Plus the Vessel on its own kind of sucks, but so does this card, I suppose. But having the option to play through an Effect Veiler and an Impermanence, or an Impermanence, I should say, is a little bit stronger in my opinion. But yeah, I'm still open to like testing both of these. I feel like they're both really format dependent. But you could probably play both. You could like play 3 of this and 2 of this. I think that'd be absolutely fine. Your deck would like never break then, to be fair. You'd be like super consistent. But yeah, that's the only reason why I play Shathana, because this guy's really good, and enables more Protoss plays as well. And this card's broken, so yeah. 3 Emergence and then 1 Summit. I think Summit's like super necessary. You only cut it if you go in second, but if you opt to go second, in a go first format like this format is, we have birds, the mirror match, and the Phantom Light deck that can just scythe you. This card, go second isn't the best thing to do. It's very format dependent, but I feel like this card's fine. It's searchable, it's necessary, it plays through Nibiru, and it's awesome to like open it in a grand game or open it in general because it plays through hand traps even further. Desires, I mean, I like drawing cards, so I'd rather play Desires over Prosperity. And then Droplets, because the utility it has in a wide range of matchups is just super important. It's also a scythe out, same with Impermanence, but I think this is a little bit better because it has more utility. And it synergizes with well, if you're playing against someone that uses a Droplet and you open anti-spell, it forces them to like use their hand like awkwardly. I can answer that in a minute. I jumped a few steps there, but but yeah, Droplet's a really good card. It's really versatile. And still, we're playing the 1 blackout. I just don't feel like this card's necessary to play at 2. It's like, thinking about it, I think it's really good to open. But like, I'd rather search it and then like Desires and have it in circulation. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Every time I played 2 of this card, it was brick on it, so I just thought I'd play the 1. And honestly, I don't really miss the second, to be fair. And then 1 Imperial Order because it's like 3 wins, and who doesn't want to win for free, right? And it's the only Mystic Mine out in the deck, so yeah, this card stays in the deck, to be fair. I don't think I've ever cut this card in like 2 or 3 formats. Yeah, so speak to yourself. Side deck, it's playing 3 Droll. I think it has like a lot of coverage against the Bird deck. It's okay in the mirror match. In theory, it's good in the mirror because like it stops the Protoss. But in my experience, they always like open Protoss and like lock you out tokens that way. But yeah, this card's like really busted. Hits dragons as well. Dragons come up every now and then. Dark Ruler, just a good board breaker. I'm still like on the fence between board breakers and hand traps. I feel like the meta like shifts like every other tournament I play in, so I'd rather just have both coverage. And then back row removal, we have Cosmic Cyclones and Evenly. I think Evenly counts as a board breaker as well, but like again, it's just matchups dependent. I feel like against back row though, you just play these 6 cards, and if you open 1 or 2 together, plus engine, you should be winning the game, to be fair. And then I love this card. I think Anti-Spell Fragrance is actually like it's so insane. It's not as good against the PK deck, but I feel like games 2 and 3, you can shut off like Droplets or just like force them out of Droplets, force out like a Chalice. I think Chalice like hurts a bit more than a Droplet because it's just a 1-for-1 trade. But also we turned off Dark Ruler, Night Storm, plus engine cards. So yeah, really good card. And then for the extra deck, I'm not going to go over the extra deck too much. I think it's very standard. I don't think I've changed the extra deck in about 2 months. I think 1 Yazi and 2 Baxias, like you have to play it. I think Yazi I've summoned like twice in 2 months, but it's still like I wouldn't cut it because I know the situations and in certain game states this card does come up and it can like win you a game, get you into engine, like break a board, pop a card in the field, pop yourself, and then just extend into more plays. So I know this card. I feel safe when I have it in my extra deck. Baxia is just like this card's like really really strong. Like I've said this like from the start. This card being not a hard once per turn, it's just insane. Like either effect, yeah, like just insane. And that's the deck. I don't think it's like too spicy. It's just like the standard really. Again, I think I've covered like why Vessel, why not play Vessel, and why you could play both. And so yeah, like yeah, the deck's fine. I think the deck's gonna be like top 3 decks or top 5 decks for the next like year or so. So definitely pick up these cards if you haven't already. Also as well, I'm going to be streaming some more tournaments, so if you guys want to check out my Twitch, I'm playing like a variety of different card game tournaments on there at the moment, so I'd really appreciate if you guys check that out. Check out my other socials as well. I do more content on there and updates, and yeah, appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon.